Hello, Cheese Nation, and welcome back to my kitchen, where anything in cheese is possible. Today, I've got another great cheese to share with you. This cheese is called Tarentaise. It's from Brook Farm out of Reading, Vermont. But before I get to talking more about the cheese itself, I do want to tell you that Brook Farm is basically a branch of Farm for City Kids Foundation. And what they do is they actually bring inner city kids out to the farm to stay there, to get their hands in the dirt, learn about farming, but also learn where their food comes from and how farming impacts the community. So it's a great program, and please know that any cheese you buy from Brook Farm, a little bit of money is going to go back to that farm to helping that foundation go and to teach more inner city kids about farming. It is a great program. I believe in it. I think it's wonderful. Hopefully you will support it as well. Okay, so Tarentaise as a cheese, this is made in the French Alpine style. So it's a raw cow's milk cheese, and the milk of course comes from the farm. They've got basically 100 head of Jersey cow that they use. So it's fresh milk coming from beautiful cows that have been treated well. And if you notice, if I can give you a little bit of a view on this rind, you'll see that this is a natural rind. And the way that they get this is they actually wash the rind of this cheese with a brine solution, which is salt water, for those of you who may not know. But they wash it, and then they'll flip the cheese as it ages, and they do that at least 60 times, even in the 9-month maturation period of this cheese. So Tarentaise is aged for 9 months, Alpine style, and you'll notice that there's some little holes in this cheese. Those holes, they're indicative of Alpine style cheeses, and they're referred to in the cheese industry as eyes. So those have beautiful eyes in this cheese. Now Tarentaise, I know from experience, has a little bit of a kick to it. This is a bit of a sharper cheese, as a lot of people would refer to the term sharp. I'm gonna give this a little try by itself, just to make sure it tastes really great, and plus I'm kind of hungry. Oh my goodness. So this cheese is amazing. I'm getting notes of course, nuttiness. Also kind of brothy. If you could think of like beef broth or something like that. Those are the initial flavors that I'm getting from this cheese. And as this cheese continues to warm up on my palate, that's where the sharpness comes from. This cheese, I prefer to call it a bite. This cheese has a little bit of a bite. So when I'm thinking about a pairing item to go with this, I need something to contrast that bite. The first thing I'm gonna try is this Cornichon. So a Cornichon is basically, it's a gherkin, but this Cornichon is from 3 Little Pigs, and it's really tart. It has a pretty good punch for just a little bitty pickle. I'm gonna try these two together, and hopefully what happens is the tartness of the pickle will just mesh really well with a bite of the cheese and kind of bring it down a little bit actually. Oh yeah. That Cornichon is tart. This face is natural, but it goes with the cheese so well. Okay. So another pairing that I think goes really well with Tarentaise is some charcuterie. So right now, this is Genoa salami from Olli. Olli makes a great line of charcuterie. This happens to be Genoa, which is a nice, milder salami. You'll see that it's got great marbling of fat in there. And it's my goal that I think this fat is gonna help coat my palate a little bit to kind of pull some of that intensity down from the Tarentaise. So I'm gonna give this a shot as well. It also adds a good meaty texture to it. I didn't think about that. But it does. The fat and the flavor of the meat really work with that brothy flavor of the cheese, and it does. It brings that intensity down, makes it really enjoyable. Okay, so of course, if you've seen any other videos, you know that I don't mind having a little bit of a drink when I'm eating some cheese. So here, we've got Shiner Bock from the great state of Texas. This is a great Bock, and I think that with this, you're gonna get some caramel notes almost, some maltiness from this beer, and I think that's gonna just blend really well with the cheese. So, only one way to find out. Let's give it a taste. That is amazing. A wonderful pairing. It does. The maltiness of this beer brings down the intensity and also lifts up the nuttiness of the cheese. Now, for the final, the grand finale, I'm gonna put the cheese with the Cornichon, with the Genoa salami, and I'm gonna wash it down with a shiner bock, and we're gonna see how it all goes together. Oh goodness, all the food tastes really good all together. Now that's a perfect pairing. Thank you again for joining me in my kitchen. It's always a pleasure to have you stop by. And as always, there's going to be a link below to take you to all these fantastic products. And if you do love what you see, remember to subscribe and like and comment and share all those good things. Love to see the comments and what you think. If you do like the pairing and you get the opportunity to try, tell me about it. If you try the pairing and love it, post a picture, and don't forget to use the hashtag Nathan's Cheese Kitchen. And that way we can continue to grow and share together. Thank you again. Oh, and don't forget that little bell icon. If you tap on that, you'll get a notification every time I put out a brand new video. Thank you again, and I hope you have a beautiful day.